all you vax-damaged people would say that calories in, calories out must be true, right? Because things must balance somehow. Well, yes, they do balance, so it's literally true, but that's not the point. The point for exercise and diet planning is that you can, what they say, what the CICO people say, is that you can predict whether you will gain or lose fat depending entirely on the amount of calories you consume and the amount of exercise you do, which is flat out not true. Now let's take an example to demonstrate this. Suppose I were to eat a diet consist of, let's say, consuming during the day 4,000 calories of like sugar water, just sugar, no carbohydrates, no fat or protein, and then at night I waited several hours on an empty stomach, so all the sugar cleared from my digestion, and then I ate a steak consisting of, say, 1,000 calories and a medium amount of fat. So like 4,000 calories of carbs during the day and 1,000 calories of protein and fat at night. Now, I'm not saying that's a good diet and you should do it, by the way. This is just a hypothetical example. Now, the CICO people would say I would get fat on that diet because like I'd use about 3,000 calories, that's 5,000 calories, so the 2,000 calories must go on to me as fat. But I say that's not true, and for a long time I'd remain relatively lean. Why? Well, because the 1,000 calories evening meal is going to be mainly used to replenish my structure and as nutrients. The 4,000 calorie sugar water, well, that's going to be used partly as energy, partly go into the cells as glycogen, and then you'll just pee out, I would just pee out most of the sugar, and because the only way it can go on as fat is by a relatively inefficient mechanism called de novo lipogenesis. That's a lot of energy is used just to make that happen, and it can't happen that fast, so a lot of the calories of carbohydrate would just be excreted. Now, that's still calories out, right? So it still balances, but the intent of the CICO idiots isn't fulfilled. It doesn't go on as fat for the most part. Now, let's take another hypothetical example. Let's say instead of the same thing, but instead of the 4,000 calories of sugar I'm drinking, I instead drank 2,000 calories of sugar mixed with 2,000 calories of, let's say, fat of some sort, oil, or the classic weight gain mixture of ginger ale and cream, something like that. Well, in that case, so same person, same exercise, same calories, in that case, I would get fat just as the CICO idiots predict, probably at about the same rate, because the fat and carbs at the same time, consumed at the same time, invokes the Randall cycle. The carbs are kept out of the cells can't burn fat fast enough, so it goes on as fat pretty much as is. A very efficient mechanism, unlike de novo lipogenesis of carbs, and some of the carbs would go on as fat as well. So that's see, it depends what you eat. It balances, but the intent of the CICO people is completely off the tracks. So, and let's say we advised, we said, we said to someone doing the second diet, okay, you're getting fat, cut your calories. Well, it depends what calories they cut. If they cut out the 2,000 calories of fat that they're consuming with their sugar water, yeah, that'd work a treat. If they cut out the 1,000-calorie evening meal, well, that'd be pretty disastrous, right? So the trouble with CICO is that it appears to sort of people who are pretty damn stupid but not completely retarded, or, almost completely retarded, so they can think, oh, I can understand the concept of balancing, aren't I clever, I'm so smart, ho ho ho, I'm a smart person like my mum has said. Well, yeah, you've actually got to try a bit harder, but probably you're too stupid, which is why you want to believe in CICO. But it's really terrible advice in practice most of the time. I mean, in that previous example, if they cut their fats they're consuming, it would inadvertently be good advice, but usually it isn't. So, you want to do a bit better than this CICO bullshit. And the fact is, surely the fact that it usually doesn't work, that everyone's being given this advice, but they keep getting fatter for some reason, surely that should give you pause. Even if you're too stupid to understand the example I just gave, surely it not working for millions and millions of people must count for something. Well, probably not, but if you weren't stupid, it would. See you.